Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, we're going to clear up some misunderstandings and some myths and some teachings that were taught falsely. So you are and were always meant to be powerful. That's why you're here. Okay, I just lowered the volume a little bit. I'm going to lower it again, probably in about another 2 minutes. So there's been a false teaching that's been taught in the churches for probably centuries. Submit. No. Stand up. Take back your power. Be strong. Most churches I've gone to, and I can say for sure, way more than 80% of the people in the church were professing weakness, submissiveness, cowardliness, fear. But Mike, it says to submit to the Lord. Yes, like a powerful warrior. You were never, ever meant to be weak. If you're in God's army, you have to be strong. You don't have a choice. That's the whole purpose. When it says submit to the Lord, it doesn't mean to be weak. It means like a warrior. When I was in the military, never did they ever tell me to be weak. You had to be strong. You had to follow orders. You had to work with others, of course. And you had to fight viciously. This is just another narcissist trick. That's all it is. Did I have to submit to my orders? Absolutely. Did I have to submit to my captain? Absolutely. With absolute strength and power. Do you think our military wants our soldiers to go into battle weak, scared, and full of fear and being a submissive soldier? It's not about being submissive. That is a different word. Submit to the high command. With all your strength, with all your heart, and with all your soul. Our churches are so worried about being kind and you know, I mean, I was on YouTube earlier today and there's these male pastors talking like they're very effeminate and weak, and they always talk up here in their falsetto voice, and you're like, what's wrong with this guy? Like what's his problem? Why does he think you're supposed to? Because these people were taught the false belief of, well, you're supposed to be weak, you're supposed to be overly kind and effeminate. No, you're not. Your church was supposed to prepare you for spiritual battle, not spiritual kindness, not spiritual weakness, not spiritual submissiveness. It clearly says, take on the full armor of God. The full what? The full flower? The full pinkness? No, the full armor. Our churches are not preparing people, and they haven't. You're being prepared for the slaughter. You're being prepared to be used, abused, and thrashed. Narcissist abuse videos are popping up all over the world on every single social media site on the planet. And yet, I haven't heard one church talk about it. They don't even mention it. It's almost as if there's no connection. We don't want to talk about that, Mike. Shh, don't tell the people. Don't let them know. I mean, it is obvious narcissist abuse and the demons have been released onto the planet. That's not even a question. That is not even a question. Why the church hasn't made the connection and isn't preaching it out, I don't think it's on accident. Because I bet 10% of the people in church are watching narcissist abuse videos and know all about it. Why the pastors and ministers, etc., are not proclaiming this and saying, hey, the serpent in the garden, narcissist, he shamed and humiliated Adam and Eve, which caused them to hide from God, which is the original sin, which caused us to be blocked off from our right brain, which is the spiritual brain, which is the open doorway to God. So they locked you into your left brain, your logical brain, or your lower reptilian brain, in the brain of fear. which closes the door to God. As it says in chapter 3 Genesis, and they hid. God walked in the cool of the garden, and they hid. God called out, Adam, Eve, where art thou? And Adam says, we're hiding. God says, why? Adam says, because we're naked. Why? Because they were ashamed. Read chapter 2, the very end. It says they were in the garden with God, and they were naked, and they were not, N-O-T, not ashamed. In other words, there was no shame connected to that. And nakedness literally means to be open to your emotions, meaning open to the right brain, meaning having the door wide open, because that's how you sup or are in the present moment with God, because the right brain is the present moment brain. It's the 5 senses processor: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. The right brain is the Garden of Eden. It's kind of funny because fear, shame, is what blocks you off from God. What does the church teach again? Fear, hell, damnation. You're going to burn in all fiery hell, damnation for 1,000 years. Fear. Submit. Do as you're told. Don't think. Do not turn on your right brain. Because that'll give you access to God, the truth, the whole truth. That is your intuition, and that's how you clearly see through the lies. You are powerful, and I'm going to prove it using the Bible. Who wants you to be weak, God or Satan? Yep, that's right. Who wants you to be submissive, God or Satan? Who wants you to stand up for yourself, God or Satan? Who wants to manipulate you, lie to you, and trick you? Who wants you to see the truth? Satan wants you to be weak so he can torture you, because he enjoys hurting people. He enjoys making you suffer. God wants you to be strong. God wants you to see the truth. He wants you to see through Satan's lies, tricks, and manipulation. Why people are not being taught to be strong, powerful, alert, and aware in the churches, it's beyond me. I don't get it. But I tell you one thing I've always heard from 80+%, and that's being kind, is do as you're told, submit, be weak. Oh, you're successful at something. Oh, that's wrong. That's the devil leading you astray. Really, being a champion in a sport is the devil leading me astray? No, that's focus. That's hard work. That's prayerfulness to God every single day. Who do you think wants you to prosper and to live abundantly, to be wealthy? God or Satan? You're a child of God. You are a prince and a princess. Of course God wants you to be strong. Of course God wants you to live a good life. Of course God wants you to be wealthy. Can you hear it? It's in the back of your mind. I already know what it is. But Mike, money's the root of all evil. No, you need to read your Bible. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. Don't cut the words off. Oh, wait a minute. That's what demonic narcissists do. They cut words off. They add words. They even change words. They'll even change the meaning of a word. So who wants you to lose at life? God or Satan? Who wants you to thrive? Who wants you to win? That's right. That's God. Personally, I would never raise a child to be weak or submissive. I always teach people to be strong, do your push-ups, do your sit-ups, study martial arts, learn how to box, be a strong, powerful being. Study hard, get good grades, pay attention, learn, develop, grow, and do good in life. So I had a session with one of our followers on here, and there's an issue that came up. Now, I did a video on this months and months ago. She may not have been on the channel. But it's a very important understanding of the subtlety of words and how they can be slightly twisted without your awareness. So that person, at least on her phone, her name's Liz, but a lot of you have different names on your YouTube channel, so that may not be her name on the YouTube channel. Okay, so one of the misunderstandings that she had was, let me pull it up, actually I already pulled it up. So it's Ephesians 4:32. She might have had a slightly different one, but it was very essentially the same. It says, be kind and loving to each other and forgive each other just as God forgave you. So it was either that one or something like forgive others, otherwise I won't forgive you, or something like that. And you really need to understand, what is it saying? And it's not really that hard. It's right there in front of you. So I said to her, I said, so let's slow it down. What did it say? It said to forgive others. And then I said, who are the others? And she goes, well, other human beings. Bingo. Human beings. Not narcissists, not demons, not fallen angels. In fact, the Bible makes it very clear, stay away from them. Stay away from demons, stay away from narcissists, stay away from the serpent, and on and on and on. Stay away from the seed of Cain, stay away from fallen angels. God does not tell us to intermingle with them. So here's the thing you have to understand. It's talking about forgiving other human beings. Okay, so watch this. So let's say someone you've known for 6 months has been a really good person to you. And then they have a bad day. They got fired from their job. Their kid got killed in a car accident. I don't know. The car got stolen. Something like that. And they're highly upset. They're hurt. They're scared. And they're not exactly being themselves. So they yell at you. Or they take something you said and they throw it back at you. And they did something that hurt you and that was mean. Sure, you can forgive that person, absolutely. But what about the demonic narcissist who you threw a birthday party for and they got mad at you, said, oh, you're just setting me up, you're trying to hurt my feelings, you're trying to do something mean, or you say something complimentary and then they twist it into, oh my God, how could you say something horrible to me? Those are not the people that you're supposed to forgive because they're not people, they're demons. So what about the person that purposely tries to hurt you every day and purposely tries to upset you and argues every single conversation? Those are demons. Humans don't do that. Fine, if you want to take it as the letter of the law, okay, go ahead, forgive. Okay? And then forget them. In other words, nowhere does it say that when you have to forgive and forget that you're supposed to keep letting them come back into your life. You realize this is a bad person, they're messed up, get away from them. Period. Nowhere does it say, oh, you just got to keep letting them punish you, got to keep letting them hurt you. It does not say that. Be smart. Be wise. See what you see and hear what you hear and know what you know and feel what you feel. Walk and block. Part 2, anger. Anger is the part that loves you the most. Anger is your best friend. Now, I don't mean like a spoiled narcissist brat who gets angry at anything and everything and makes stuff up in their head. You buy them a gift and they get angry. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about hate. That's different. Now, I went through the same thing. So what she said, again, I can't find her YouTube comments. I don't know why I can't find them. So her name is Liz, at least on her phone. So I'm going to leave it at that. So she had said, but Michael, I feel really bad. And I was like, why? And she essentially said, I'm angry. Like, I'm really, really angry. And as most empaths raised by narcissists, we were taught never to be angry. Angry's bad. Just be polite, be kind, be weak. It's okay if someone's beating up your child or torturing your children. Hey, you just got to forgive and forget. Oh, what's that? Somebody got you fired on purpose and lied about you? Oh, that's okay. Just take him out to lunch and just enjoy your day. And isn't that exactly how a narcissist sounds? They kind of go up in a high-pitched voice like that. That's how you know they're lying. That's how they're manipulating you. Their voice kind of goes into this fake voice. So another thing I love to do is when people will say, oh, well, you've got to see it this way. If you saw it this way. And I'll say, no, I don't. I've just got to see it the way it is. Watch them freeze. And their mouth drops like, huh? And they're like, oh, shit, he's not falling for my bullshit. Like, no, I'm not. I don't have to see anything the way you want me to see it. I'll see it for the way it is. I'll see what I saw. I'll hear what I heard. I'll know what I know, and I'll feel what I felt. Period. End of sentence. It's like a verbal punch right to the teeth. So here's my point. You're supposed to be angry when people do you wrong. That's normal. That's healthy. For those of us who went through this last narcissist attack in the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, etc., where it was like demonic. It scared the crap out of you. What happened was you started to see, like, wait, this person's doing this stuff on purpose. They're planning this stuff. Holy shit, I thought they were just in a bad mood. Because we would make all the excuses in the book, being an empath. Oh, well, they probably didn't mean it. Oh, they were probably just having a bad day at work. Who gives a shit? When you realize, first you realize that this person, like, wait, they're doing this on purpose. When you see that, it terrifies you. It scares you. And then you go into that dark night of the soul, and you I call it the Great Wall of China, where you isolate yourself for 2, 3, 4 years. Because what's happening, you're going back to your last friend, your last girlfriend or boyfriend, your last husband, your last spouse. You're going back to when you're in college, to your friends in college in your 20s, to high school. You're going back to your family. Wait a minute. They were doing that on purpose, because you start to see it for the way it is, not the way they told you to see it. Oh, no, you got to understand. Like, no, I don't have to understand shit. All I need to understand is what really happened. So you go through this fear phase where you are terrified because you're really, wait, all these people, holy shit. And you realize that you've surrounded yourself with a bunch of narcissists because they were the only people that wanted to spend time abusing you. So now you cut these narcissists out of your current life. And in isolation, that 2, 3, 4 year period of time where you just don't want to talk to people, you just want to do your work, go home, be left alone, so you stop dating. In fact, most of you on my channel I don't want to have nothing to do with dating, I'm done. Because every experience you had was with a narcissist, so you just assume, well, that's the way all of them. Like, no, not all men and not all women are like that way. There are good people out there, and that's the final phase when you start coming out. So you go through this fear stage when you realize, and you go all the way back to childhood, wait, they did that on purpose? They were enjoying that? Then what happens, you start to get angry. And I mean really, really angry. You get pissed. But the problem is there's a conflict because narcissist, whether it was the pastor narcissist, the teacher narcissist, the minister narcissist, your church Christian narcissist, or your narcissist friends and family, oh, you're not supposed to get angry. Oh no, bottle that up. Push it down. Just forgive and forget. And let the abuse continue. And something inside of you, the angry part of you, is saying, fuck that. I'm fucking done. That part of you is like, no, now that I see the truth, now that I realize they've always been doing this stuff, making plans, doing it in groups, setting me up, now you're fucking pissed. And you should be, rightfully so. That is the only part of you that was willing to stand up for you, that was willing to shout for you, to speak out, to fight back if necessary. That's the part that loves you the most. Do not reject this part. Do not feel ashamed. Love this part. Embrace this part. Thank this part. This is your spirit speaking. This is your spirit finally saying enough is enough. This is the part of you that now wants to say, what about me? It's my turn now. It says, I deserve love. I deserve money. I deserve respect, and I'm going to make it happen. Thank this part of you. It genuinely, with all its heart, with all its soul, loves you. Part of the healing process is actually getting rightfully angry at every single person, at those people who have purposely done you wrong. So can you forgive someone? Sure. If you've known a friend for 6 months, a year, and they did one thing one time, yeah. But if it's every day, every week, every month, hell no. And if you want to forgive and forget, then forget them out of your life. Walk and block. But that's not what we were taught by the church. Oh, forgive and forget and blah, 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 and bless them and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not going to bless the fallen angels. That's God's job. That's Jesus' job. That is not my job. In fact, if I remember right, I was told to stand out of the way. How many times does God say, fear not, be powerful, be strong? Where in the Bible does God say, be afraid? Shrink away, hide. Where? Please. If you have this answer, please give me the verse. And where does it say look the other way, act like you don't see it? Where? And what does this say right here, Ephesians 6:11-18? Put on the full armor of God. Oh, he's got cute little flowers and a cute little mask. And no, that's a warrior. That guy's ready for combat. This is war. This is God telling each and every one of us, go read Ephesians 6:11-18. Put on the full armor of God. The helmet of what? It's a what? A helmet. Yeah, it's a helmet to protect you. Of salvation. This is the Great Wall of China. The breastplate of righteousness. The shield of faith. The belt of truth. Oh, well, just look the other way. Just, you got to see it this way. You got to see it my way. No, bro. I've got the belt of truth on. And the shield of what? The shield of faith. And what is it? It's a shield. To what? Protect you. Oh, look, he has a little toy there. No, that's a sword, dude. Do you know what swords do to people? Oh, that's right. They kill them. I don't see anything that's saying be nice, be kind, and lower your guard, lower your shield, let people attack you and destroy you. I don't see that. And then you've got the shoes of the gospel of peace. Have you guys actually seen images of angels and the description in the Bible of angels? They're badasses. Why the churches have not been preparing you for what we all just went through is beyond me. Actually, it's not. I realize the churches are being led by narcissists. I know a lot of people in the churches are blinded, brainwashed, and hypnotized. They were supposed to prepare you for what you just went through the last few years. They didn't. It caught you off guard, didn't it? Completely. And the odd thing is they're still doing it. They're not saying, hey, these people are called narcissists now. The serpent changed the name to Narcissist. The seed of Cain changed the name to Narcissist. If you guys realize, here, in fact, most people, I talked to someone about a week ago, and I brought up the word narcissist. Like, oh, you mean the people are vain? They look in the mirror and they like, look how beautiful my hair is. No, I'm so beautiful. Like, no, that's not a narcissist. That's just an arrogant person. Look at this angel right now. Do you see her being, oh, I'm so weak, I'm so submissive? Oh. No, man, this lady is ready to kick some ass. And what is that in her hand? What is that on her chest? The breastplate of armor, swords, a belt. Everything is protecting her. She's ready to fight. So sure, forgive others. It really should say forgive humans. And not humans that hurt you every day. No. Those people either have issues or they're demonic. Friends, family, etc., they're supposed to be good to you. They're supposed to be nice to you. They're supposed to be supportive. That's their job. That's who they are. That's what a family does. Most of you were not raised in this type of a family. You were raised in the enemy's chambers. You were raised in the wasp's nest or the hornet's nest. Usually, especially if you're an empath, your family is not actually your family at all. And I mean not at all, not even close. They are not your spirit family. They are not your soul tribe. You were never meant to be with those people. This whole 3D bullshit, oh, but that's your birth family. Who gives a shit? If people treat you that way, that's not family. Number 1, be powerful. Number 2, submit does not be submissive. It means to stand in line with full strength and power. Number 3, when the Bible talks about others, it means other humans, not demons. Luke 10:19. Behold, I give you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. By the way, that's Jesus saying that. Matthew 10:1. And Jesus summoned to him his 12 disciples and gave them power and authority over unclean spirits to drive them out and to cure all kinds of disease. See, if you were raised in the church to be a powerful being, you wouldn't have gotten attacked like that. Narcissists will not mess with powerful people. Once they realize, like, oh, you're wrong to me. Once you can see who they are and what they are, they won't mess with you. Once they see that you will protect yourself, you will stand up for yourself, they're like, yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Because they don't want you to publicly shame them or humiliate them. That's their worst nightmare. Imagine if your pastors and your ministers were teaching you what I'm teaching you right now, that I've been teaching you for the last few months, even years. What if they made the connection, hey, see this serpent in the garden? Yeah, see how he shamed Adam and Eve and said, hey, naked is wrong and bad, and now they're hiding from God? And then when you went through the narcissist experience, what happened? You felt like you're in darkness, didn't you? You literally felt like you lost your spiritual connection to God, and it hurt. It was an emptiness and a darkness that you never want to experience again. They cut you off from God, just as the serpent did to Adam and Eve when it says, and they hid from God in the Garden of Eden. It was only a couple weeks, maybe a couple months into it, and I realized, like, oh, wait a minute, this is what the serpent did to Adam and Eve. He shamed them. What do narcissists do? Oh, they shame you. They humiliate you. If you are in that dark place, what I call the Great Wall of China, where you are just got the shields up, you've got the Great Wall up, and you're like, I'm not talking to no one, I'm avoiding everyone, I'm cutting people out of my life, and it's like you're all alone as much as possible. You're pondering things. This is a healing process. You are reevaluating every experience that you had going all the way back to birth. And you're going, wait a minute, they did that on purpose. Hell, there's things that I've made in the last couple of weeks where my family members told me to my face they did it on purpose, and I still didn't believe them. I thought, well, that sounds crazy. I can't believe that. It took me years to go, wait a minute, they did that on purpose? Hell, they told me. And I remember when they were doing it, they were laughing at it, and I go, what's so funny? I don't understand. That just doesn't sound very nice. It's because they know I was so trained and so brainwashed to accept abuse that they could tell me to my face, and yet I still wouldn't see it. And here is another lie. Fear God. That is not what it originally said, and it still doesn't say that, but it was twisted to look like that. So here's what it says in the Bible, and it is not the original translation from the original language. This is the lie. Why they haven't changed this in the Bible to the actual meaning is freaking bizarre to me. So people could say, oh, well, we don't have a word that actually properly describes. Yes, we do. We absolutely have a word that it's like hola means hello. That's an exact meaning. We have in English an exact language and word that absolutely means what the original language meant it to mean. Fear is not even close to the original meaning at all. It's not even connected. There's zero connection. So why the church promotes this? Maybe a little bit of narcissistic manipulation there. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Fear and shame cause you to hide from God, which is what narcissists want you to do. They don't want you to be connected. Well, guess what? I do want you to be connected to God. So Albert responded, and he said, I know narcs messed with the meaning of fear in the Old Testament. A rabbi told me the meaning of Yirat Adonai. It means awe and reverence. Okay? So in our English Bible, the word fear is literally the opposite of what this is saying. It literally means to revere, to be in awe. It also means to seek shelter under God. So when someone comes up to me and says, "Do you fear? Are you a God-fearing man?" I was like, "Oh no, oh God, no. I love God." Every time they're like, you watch the light in their eye, poof, gone. Because they're trying to trap you. It's a demon. They're trying to get you trapped in the punishment and abuse cycle. Well, if you fear God, then you got to put up with all our crap. Oh, no, I don't, because number one, I don't fear God. Number two, God told me about you people. And who are these people? Well, these are reverent Christians. Our church has been led astray. Do you want to know why? It's because they're reading it from the left brain. Because they're coming from the I'm better than you. It's either me or it's you. Either I'm right or you're right, and we both can't be right. One of us has to be wrong, so therefore you must be wrong because I'm right. It's the I'm better than you, I'm worthy, which means you're not worthy. It comes from that either or double picture mentality that I kept telling you guys about, where there's only two pictures. On the left is A and on the right is B. If they're on the left side, that means they're right. And if you're on B, well, which means if you're not inside their body, then you are B, and therefore you're less than, and they're greater than, and you're going to make less money than them, and you're a bad person, which means they're a good person. It's this either or mentality. See, the left brain, now I shouldn't have said double pictures, because the right brain does something called double pictures, but it's in a more expansive way. It's not this, it's different. So the left brain only has two possibilities. That's it. It's either A or it's B. This is the scientific method, literally. A/B testing is what they call it. This is not reality, and this is not all reality. This is literally two pictures of reality, and there's a lot more to reality than two freaking pictures. But a narcissist can't see any other way because they're so far to the left brain that this is all they have. It's A/B testing, and that's it. They look at everything in life this way. It's basically a rectangle, then they put a line somewhere down the middle. Well, that line is an illusion. The rectangle is an illusion. There is no box. There is no rectangle. There are no lines. See, when you take that structure away, all of a sudden people feel lost. And that's what happened when you went to the dark night of the soul. You were letting go of the way you used to view the world. And you started seeing things for the way that they actually are, not the way that you were taught, which was the lie. This is what's happening to the human species. More than 50% of the people on the planet are questioning everything that we've been taught. Like, wait a minute, that's a lie. The government lied to us. Yeah, they've lied to us for a long, long time, and people are waking up and they can see it. See, Jesus was a right-brain being. How do I know that? Because when I learned about internal awareness, it means to literally physically look within your body. All of a sudden, you expand to all of your brains, the left, the right, and the lower. Now, all of your systems are functioning together. They're all open to each other, and the information is transferring from left to right to lower, lower to right, etc., etc. This is a full, functioning, highly intelligent human being. Jesus said, look within. This is a technique that I literally teach to people to open up. If you're interested, get on my mailing list. Go to MikeKollin.com, and you're going to see at the very bottom a link or a little box to connect to the mailing list. So there's classes that I teach on that, and what I want to do very soon, if you guys are interested, we'll do this in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So here's my purpose. If you read the Bible from your left brain, you won't understand it at all. You have to read it from the whole brain. You have to read it from the right brain. See, the right brain connects the pieces of the puzzle together so you can see the bigger picture. The left brain does the opposite. It separates the pieces from each other so you can't see the bigger picture. That's A/B testing. A/B testing is extremely limited. It's literally limited to 1 or 2. That's it. And that's why they say it's either A or it's B. It's either you or it's me. So if they're good, that means you have to be bad. So in order for them to be good, you have to be bad. So if you're not actually bad, well, they have to make you look bad. They have to make you act bad. They have to antagonize you, piss you off, and make you look bad. Then one day you get mad and they do have anger issues, so therefore so-and-so is a good person, but this person is not. That's the dumb mentality of A/B. The other brain, the right brain, is like, well, we can all be good people. We can all get along. We can all be wealthy. Now, right now, if someone is looking at life through the left brain, either or mentality, well, that's not possible. We can't all be wealthy. Why not? Well, you just can't. That's a very scientific answer. All right, God bless you guys. Remember, number one, if you are feeling angry, I mean angry on a level you've never felt before, this is a good thing. You're supposed to be angry at people who harm you and attack you and hurt you. Period. That's normal. And yes, that is healthy. Not only is this part of the healing process, it's part of the process for you to finally connect with the core you. This is alignment versus being conflicted inside. See, alignment is healthy, conflict is not. So embrace, see, when you embrace that hurt part, that angry part, that sad part, that's causing you to become one, which is alignment. And truly loving these parts of you that are hurt, that are scared, that are sad, that are angry, that are pissed, when you love them and you embrace them and allow them to express and feel their emotions fully, this is how you heal them. You've been going through a healing process. I know it seems scary, it probably is, and it's dark, and it hurts, and it's sad, and it's every emotion you can imagine. Because for the first time in your life, you're allowing yourself to feel, hear, see, and understand your emotions. Your entire life, by your family, narcissist, and including the church, you were always told to be nice, be a good person, look the other way, forgive and forget, act like it never happened. Bullshit. That is not smart, that is not safe, and that is not healthy. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click subscribe, click the like button, make a comment. And as always, there is a PayPal link. It is for donations. So there's a PayPal donation link right there in the description box beneath this video. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Be strong.